Welcome to Same Work, Different Lens, the podcast where two professionals from the same workplace bring different generations to the same conversation.
We don't always see things the same way, but that's the point. We talk real life, real work, and real community issues.
From family and wellness to leadership, money, and systems that shape our lives.
We're bridging the gap between what was, what is, and what needs to change.
Let's get into it. Welcome back to Same Work, Different Lens, where we have real conversations that strengthen families and build community.
I'm Cassandra.
And I'm Kamisha. And today's conversation is one that's powerful, personal, and honestly really needed.
Today we're talking about fatherhood, not just about from the surface, but the responsibility, the growth, the healing, and the impact fathers have on families and communities.
And we couldn't have this conversation without the right voice in the room. Today, we are joined by Mr. David Mew.
David is a father of 5, a grandfather of 3, founder of the Manhood and Womanhood Tour, a retired chief warrant officer, and a committed advocate for youth and the underserved communities.
David, we're so glad to have you here with us today. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on? Glad to be here.
Okay, let's get started, David. You ready for this?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's start at the foundation.
When you hear the word fatherhood, David, what immediately comes to mind?
Sacrifice.
Like that. You care to expound on that a little bit about that sacrifice?
Yeah, it's no longer about you, it's about them kids.
Okay, I like that. And thinking about your journey, has your definition of being a father changed over time?
Yeah.
How so? Go ahead.
I got 5 kids, so.
And so as you progress,
Right.
has the definition changed for fatherhood? From the first child all the way up to the 5. Has it changed?
It evolves.
Okay.
Yeah, it evolves. You like put it like this. You learn that other techniques as far as disciplining techniques and stuff like that. So the definition truly changed. You can't be so hard, So yeah.
Okay.
So, Mr. Mew, I would like to think that you've been listening to our podcast, and you got to know that we like to get a little deep. Okay.
Yes.
So, what has fatherhood taught you about yourself? Not just a father, not just as a father, but as a man.
It taught me discipline, patience, and responsibility.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the moments that make it all worth it. Okay.
What has been one of your most proudest moments as a father?
I don't have one moment. It's several. My kids graduate.
Okay.
Honor society, A's and B's, tying a shoe, riding a bike. Yeah, it's a lot.
But it sounds like it's like to you all worth it, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
So now we gotta ask. We want to know what's one dad skill you're proud of. Every dad got something that they're proud of, that they're really good at in being a father. You do have?
Yeah.
Oh, tell us something. Give us something. We want the juice. Come on.
The first one I'm say that my kids eat my food.
Oh, are you a good cook?
I mean, they challenged me to really learn how to cook and get to it. So yeah, I followed instructions pretty well, and now I can do some things.
Their instructions. Okay. All right.
Okay. And looking ahead, if your children describe you in one sentence from years from now, what would you hope that they would say about you?
Yeah, he took care of the responsibility. He was always there.
Okay. He was definitely in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good thing. Now, I think this next part is really important because, we don't always talk about it.
Right. But because we speak to the community, right? And we're always doing call to actions and giving out good tips and things like that. What are some pressures that fathers face that people don't talk enough about?
Good question.
Um, Basically trying to solve problems, solve, be a solution guy, and that's for the kids, the family, whatever it may be, uh, and knowing where to get those resources at to help solve those problems.
Okay. Okay. And why do you think that some fathers struggle to express themselves openly? Because does that come easy for you to express yourself openly?
Some don't want to seem weak.
And what about yourself?
For me,
Is it easy for you to express yourself openly?
yeah, yeah.
Has it always been easy for
Mm.
you to express yourself openly?
Nah,
So
nah.
what helped you get there?
Uh, Learning that when you express yourself, or your emotions, your feelings, you get a different result.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think children played a part in that role in learning how to express yourself openly because you are the role model?
Right. Yeah, they did. Yeah, a huge role because they're big at expressing themselves.
Because you have all girls, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, all girls.
So that's a different dynamic right there, right?
Yes, yes.
Like being a father is one thing, but then being a father to all females.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of emotions and
Mhm.
challenges with learning how to navigate those emotions.
Yeah. Because we as women, we know we can be very emotional beings. We understand that. We know that.
Right. Right. So it made me become emotional aware, put it like that.
More in tune.
Right. Right. Right.
It's interesting that you said that's one of the pressures, right? If you could speak on a little bit, why do you think society has placed that as kind of like a sole responsibility of fathers to to carry that weight?
What weight?
The weight of being the sole responsible person. We always look at the women are the nurturers and the males, the fathers are who? The providers that you bear that responsibility.
Right.
You have to
Right.
bring that's what you bring it to the table.
Right.
Yes.
Are you saying what about it again?
So just bringing it back, right? So the question was asked, what are some of the pressures fathers face that people don't talk enough about? And you stated, basically being the fixer, trying to figure out how you're going to do this, that, and the third. And what I'm saying is, why do you think, or how do you think we got to a space of that being solely put on the man, of the father?
Oh, it's been like that for years. Grew up like you've seen it, in a lot of neighborhoods, a lot of households where the father was the one that, basically everything fell back on the father. That was dealt with the bills or something like that within the house, appliances, something getting fixed. All of that fell on the father, and everything else, as far as the kids related, fell on the mother. And then even with financially, like clothes, food on the table, all of that type of stuff. So those responsibilities, still to this day, uh, you just, to me, is a man should to embrace those responsibilities. Period. Whether they single or with someone, uh, because if you're single, you still gonna have those same responsibilities. So just embrace them and do your best at them. And then once you get a partner, just explain to your partner that, hey, we share these responsibilities together, and hopefully your partner respect it.
Hopefully you can make things happen for the family. Yeah. Okay, David, good stuff. Now, when you look at fatherhood today, how is it different from previous generations? Because it's not the same. Because I'm thinking back on my father, and I look at fathers today, and there's truly a difference. How do you see the difference?
I think I see more fathers being real active in the kids' lives,
interesting.
Sports and school and showing up to school. I'm a father that showed up to school, so starting to see a lot more fathers in school showing up for their kids whenever something happened or whenever there's an event or whatever it may be. So that's the difference. They're more present.
They're more present.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you saying past generation, the father was so busy with providing that he didn't have time to engage in those extracurricular activities.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, my question is shifting the conversation a little
Okay.
bit. Kind of touching back on feelings and that type of thing. David, why do you think men are often praised for the providing piece, but not always taught how to nurture? Because, and let me say this part, I feel like today there are a lot of families where it's not just a single mom, right? Like there are a lot of families where there are single dads, or in your situation or our situation, in case the listeners don't know, co-parenting. So like you may have a co-parenter, right?
Right.
But in your household, you're the primary provider, you're the primary caregiver. So why do you think that it's is often men are often praised for providing, but not always taught how to nurture and get you prepared and ready for situations like your situation?
Uh, you you ask them, are they are they praised for being a provider but not taught to be a nurturer?
Right.
Right.
Uh, it,
Mm.
it's teaching a man to nurture is it's a challenge period. So that's the first and foremost is like teaching them. But most men, if they grew up around their mother, they learn some nurturing techniques and they can utilize those. But you gonna learn how to be a nurturer if you very active and want to be the best parent that you can be. I think that it don't we don't we're not born with it like women are. They're naturally nurturer, right? And it's something for us to be uh, actively involved in trying to learn how to nurture and understanding when to nurture from a man's perspective. And I don't really think that uh, teaching it is possible, right? Just exposure to it on how and when and perspective, but it's gonna be unique to that man.
Yeah. And I agree with you, especially on the teaching part, because I know as when little boys are growing up, they've been taught to be hard. You fall down, scraping, suck it up, be strong, don't
Stop
cry.
all that crying.
Stop all that foolishness. Exactly. So it is difficult that when you become into your manhood and you have children, it's a little hard to, I'm sure, to make that transition and show your softness because you've been brought up to be hard. But now, especially since you got girls, you got to learn how to be that soft because that's what they need. They need that softness. Also, they need to see your father figure being strong, but they still need to see you, witness you being soft.
Right.
And it's okay for men to cry. A lot of little boys come to the world think that they're not supposed to be able to cry, but you can. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah. And I say, it's a way. I talk to my kids about, emotional stuff or when I'm going through some stuff and I let them know what I'm going through. And so I show them that emotional side when I'm, if I'm got some trials and tribulations going on, I just, they like the text. So I text it to them and we'll talk via text, but I text them and let them know, hey, daddy, got this going on, brother situation, mama situation, whatever it may be, and making me feel this way. And I just want y'all to know I'm trying to make sure I get through this, and hopefully you understand if I become a little distant or something like that.
Love that connection that you're making with your girls. So now, from your perspective, can you tell me why is fatherhood so important to the health of families and communities? Let's talk about that. Fatherhood and health.
It's the balance. You can't have the yin without the yang, so you won't have a balance, and so you need both father and mother, and you just won't have that balance. That's how I see it. It's a balance.
Yeah, you talk a good talk, but do you really follow it? Because so many men nowadays, they don't think it's important for them to take off from their job to see about their health, to see about themselves. You know, they got to keep pushing. They got to provide for their family, so they don't have time. I got a heartache, headache, whatever the ache is. They don't have time to step out to see about themselves, and this is why you normally see a lot of men die off quicker than the women, because women, we're more apt to see it after ourselves.
Right, right. And men don't it's a lot of stuff that's affecting men that's silent. And they don't pay attention. You really can't pay attention to what's silent. Like I was just talking to somebody about this today. Like high cholesterol and high blood pressure. You don't really have like illness, sickness, or immediate pain from that. That's a silent, long, consistent, and you gotta know about that. So you gotta go get that blood work done, and you gotta pay attention to them headaches and dizzy spells and all that type of stuff. But men don't do that because they keep on pushing and keep on going, and then by the time it's time to pay attention to it, it's too late. They already had the reaction to it.
Absolutely, yes.
So, David, what would you say are some ways communities, especially programs like APC, right, can better support fathers?
You need programs for fathers. You need events for fathers. Like you see a whole bunch of events that's hosted by women and it's for women. And it's so many around the city, but there's very few events for men. And that's uplifting events like they do for women empowerment events. We need some men empowerment events. And they can be led by women as well and led by men. But you need that type of uh, consistency, just as well as you see for the women.
Like your program, the Manhood Tour.
Right.
Yes. You're out there giving them all the support they need.
Yes, always. Every Wednesday night at May Park from 6 to 8 p.m. Manhood and Womanhood Tour. We do our thing. There's so many resources, so many impactful conversations, and all your service providers showing up there. So yeah, we do our thing.
Okay, and I'd just like to add, if anybody is interested in Manhood Tour, reach out to APC. We will make sure that we connect you with David. All right.
That's a free plug, right?
Okay, now. All right. Okay, you got to give us some credit, David. We got you in there.
Appreciate you.
Okay, now let's get a little deeper.
Okay, so I'd like for you to share, David, how do fathers begin to heal from their own childhood experiences while raising children?
Yeah, counseling first, admitting that something is bothering you or has bothered you, and you'll need some help with a counselor, not best friend or anything like that, to help bring that out of you and point that out, and addressing the little boy in you, and fun. Yes, fun. Fun is healing. You gotta like go.
Like that. I like that.
Fun.
Okay. And you have to allow yourself to know that you need healing. You know, something's not right, and it's okay. What you want to hear and not what you need to hear. Okay. All right now. Now, what's one unhealthy lesson about manhood or fatherhood that needs to end with this generation?
It needs to end.
Yeah, it needs to end with this generation. What unhealthy lesson now? It need to end now. It need to stop. It need to cease.
Unhealthy lesson. It needs to end with this generation of men.
Yeah.
Generation
as a father, and you looking out and you working with other fathers, what's the one unhealthy lesson you want them to know? You stand before your group of men, your man. What's the one thing you're gonna tell them? This need to stop.
Yeah, you don't need to be sleeping with the woman just to take care of the child.
Oh, okay. Didn't see that coming. All right now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to expound
Yeah,
on that?
I'm sitting here waiting on bated breath. Okay, come on. Let me know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
just straight up, just take care of your responsibility, take care of your child, and stop trying to sleep with the woman. You know, once that relationship is severed and it's over with, leave that be. Let
Right.
that be. Uh, don't, because men have a lot of emotions too, just as well as the women do. So once they, they can act hard, they might be cheating, whatever they doing, whatever, right? But for some reason, they don't when they having sex with the woman and now they're doing their thing, but they, you know, want to still touch the woman and the woman don't want to be there no more, or the woman don't want it no more. Now they get upset, and they get, they take it out on the child some kind of way. And they don't want to be there, right? So just take care of your responsibility.
When the relationship is over, it's over.
Yeah.
But what we can do is take care of the babies. Because who need to benefit from that relationship is what? Your children. So you need to always keep them in the forefront. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Okay, so what's one small moment with your child that means more to you than people might realize?
Mm, when they give me sugar on my cheek.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Okay,
From the
so
oldest to the smallest.
the oldest to the smallest, after because father's father. That's right. You don't care how old your baby is, you're still your baby, right? Okay, all right. So when did you realize fatherhood had softened you in a good way?
What about it?
Yeah, when did you realize it? At what stage did you realize, okay, this has truly changed me as a man? As before, I was hardcore, rah, rah. But
Every day.
now, okay, it's the everyday thing.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every
The
day.
more and more time you spend with your children.
Right. Every day. Every day I pay
Okay.
attention to something that made I know that, it made me soft. Like yesterday I took my daughter to get McDonald's.
Okay.
I don't like McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's.
Okay.
I don't agree with McDonald's.
All right.
But she said, "Hey, can I have some McDonald's?" I said, "Yeah."
Right, because she asked you.
Yeah.
And you the daddy, so that's what daddies do.
Yeah.
Okay, see, you don't brought back memories because my daddy used to take me to the nickel store and for my allowance, he go in there and get what you want. That was a big spender. Get all penny candy and the nickel cookies that you want. So that's what you got to do for your children.
Speaking about being softened, right? Would it be safe to say like each one of your girls, because they're not all in the same age group, but each one of your girls made you more and more soft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you go from whoopings to spankings to talking to I'm gonna do something, man. They ain't never doing that.
Just making threats now.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Yeah.
Y'all good at making threats, but you don't ever follow through. Not with your girls.
Yeah.
Not with the girls.
Yeah, I'm gonna whoop your butt, but don't do that.
Don't do nothing. And eventually they realize dad ain't gonna do nothing. That's why the mama had to come in and be the strong one who put down the law. Because most of the time, the mommy gonna follow through.
It ain't got to the point where my girls ask me, "Why you don't whoop me, Daddy?" What?
No, they didn't.
I'm confused. I'm confused. You say you're gonna do it, but you never do it. Shoot, I'm gonna do it one day. Or keep on.
You ain't gonna do it.
Get it.
They got you wrapped around. Okay.
So listen, I'm sure there has been plenty of lessons, like from the time you found out your oldest was on the way until you found out that your youngest, I don't know, was going to a magnet school, right? There's been plenty of lessons that you've been taught over the years. But if you had to put all of those in a box and just think about the different changes that have happened over the years and things of that nature, what's one lesson your children taught you?
One lesson my children taught me. Shoot. I can't think of one lesson that they done taught me. I know that I wish I had learned a whole lot earlier about the different opportunities as far as daycares and stuff like that when they're very young, and you put them in a good daycare, a good place where they really gonna be taught something, and give them an opportunity to really learn as they're toddlers and 1 year old, 9 months, all of that. They learn so much at that time. So that's how my baby girl is in a magnet school. Me focusing on that, like making sure that she's learning, and then taking the time out to do the homework when they're in daycare, like sitting there doing homework with them, reading to them, and all that type of stuff. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned. I wish I would have been able to do that for my oldest.
Yeah, but you brought up a good point, David. It doesn't necessarily mean putting them in the best schools. You mentioned something, reading stories to them, sitting down, helping them do their homework. And sometimes that's all your child needs is for you to sit down with them to help them on their journey. It doesn't take a whole lot of money, the best schools, the best this, the best that. It's just your presence. And I think that's one of the takeaways I think that a lot of people need to walk away with is your presence matter.
I totally agree. You're right about that.
Okay. So now, David, this has been such a powerful conversation. Thank you for sharing your story and your perspective with us.
And for everyone listening, we hope this conversation encouraged you, challenged you, and maybe even gave you something to reflect on.
David, we truly appreciate you because fatherhood matters. Let us know fatherhood matters, not in the home, but in our entire community.
Thank you for joining us here at Same Work, Different Lens. And until next time,
bye.
Thank you for listening to Same Work, Different Lens.
Two professionals, two generations, one evolving community.